Yep.
I'm setting
Okay.
the timer.
So tonight, call 2 is about booking at the party. And so before we get into that, I would love to know about your homework last week and what you got done. Johnny, you said you got all of yours done. Let's hear about it. Tell us.
Yeah, I want Johnny made mention, he's had, we all know that Johnny's dad fell and had an issue, obviously broke his leg and everything.
He broke his femur.
Yeah, and
Wow.
so Johnny in our meeting yesterday, that was, way to go, Johnny. I'm just so proud of you. So I want you to share exactly what you did, and just I want you to actually record it.
We're recording.
This needs to be said to many people.
We had our meeting. Monday and Tuesday were regular days. Wednesday, I had one of the classes that we were doing. Thursday, I got the call that Dad had fallen. Well, Thursday, I was with him at the hospital until 2 in the morning, and then we transferred to another hospital. But I had on my Pampered Chef shirt. I had my catalogs, my minis, everything. So every day when I'd go home or when they'd bring me clothes, I'd say, okay, pack me jeans, but bring me a Pampered Chef shirt. So every day in the hospital, I had on my Pampered Chef shirt. Every day, a doctor would come in, or a nurse or a nutritionist or somebody. They'd see the Pampered Chef. We'd start a conversation. And I think I said I did 25 between Thursday and Monday of that week that we were in the hospital, because we transferred him on Memorial Day to the nursing station. I did to a nursing home. I did 25 minis, giveaways, contact information and everything. And following up with all of those last week, and transferred him to the new nursing home. And the same thing's true there. Everybody you run into there, I go out. Mary told us to have our business open all the time. So everywhere I go, my business is open, and I think I'm at 47 for the 2 weeks, 47 contacts, and 2 June bookings, 3 July bookings, and 2 that want to wait until after school goes back in to figure out when they want to do theirs so far. And that's just on the initial response back from those that I taught. But the hospitals are definitely under-tapped resources. If you go into a hospital, every hospital has Wi-Fi. So the day that I had to do my work away from home, I had my laptop. I was set up at the hospital. I was doing my work away from home. I said, I'm in the room here. I'm not getting as much press as I could if I were out. So I walked right outside of Dad's room, and there's a little sitting area. So everybody that came into the ward had to pass by me. So I'm sitting there working, my Pampered Chef catalog tote sitting up there. I'm talking to people.
Love it.
John's in the room with Dad. They're, if they need me, they come get me. So it was really an opportunity to turn a sow's ear into a silk purse. It really was.
Well, that's an awesome example, because this is a people business. It's a people business, and anywhere there are people, there are leads. And one of the things that I love about Pampered Chef over really any other direct sales company I've ever seen is absolutely everyone is a lead, because everyone eats, and it's everyone. So. And how often do we talk about obstacles that really can be opportunities? And that's what you did, Johnny. And you know what? You could have just blocked your business out and just said, I have other things to think about right now, but way to incorporate that and be productive.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Okay, Mary, you want to tell us about your week?
Mary, are you frozen?
Uh,
Oh,
There she goes.
yeah, I did it. I unmuted. Well, I did not complete everything. I did not have time to go anywhere and sit for an hour either week. I just, as soon as we had our last call, my full-time work just blew up. And my elderly mother, I was telling Tina earlier, may be moving up to Atlanta in 6 weeks. And we also just had her quit driving. So that's been a whole thing. And she's about 3 hours away from me. Plus I have some other, a son problem.
That's no problem.
Yeah, anyone, if you think you're done, you don't have to do this kind of stuff when they're in their 20s, but you do. So I didn't get to sit anywhere. I did pass out 10 minis both weeks. And I had a couple of nights when I made some phone calls, but I just got home so late. I feel bad about calling people really late at night, but I've got probably 3 potentials for June. I think.
What do you consider really late, Mary?
9:30.
You think that's too late?
Yeah, I don't like for people to call me then.
I wouldn't call any later than that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But I did I listened to the audio. I did get that done, so that was good.
good.
I enjoyed that. The two ladies, they were very good. They were entertaining. Wish I could have seen their PowerPoints that they were talking about and showing. It's too bad it's not a video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully, and I think I wrote on my homework thing, right now I'm feeling like I bit off more than I can chew.
Well, a lot of times when you make a commitment like that, then, that's when things come at you. I know I've had some other people say, a job has picked up and, there's just not time. Here's the thing you have to realize, that this program is designed to help you promote to director in 90 days. And if you follow every step, and the numbers don't lie, you can do that. But if you don't follow every step,
you're breaking up really bad. You're breaking up really bad.
Okay. It just said unstable, but now it's off. Yeah. If you don't follow every single step, you're still going to progress from where you were and be closer to being a director when you can focus on it again.
And I'm learning. So, I love all the stuff that I'm learning.
Good. Yeah, good. So, the goal, that's the goal, to promote in 90 days. But when that doesn't happen, you're still better off for participating and like you said, learning. And then when it is a better time, you're so much closer to being there.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why there's, 3 passes given, not like one time and you're out.
I need to find out. I just read the report before I got on here, and Sarah Click knows she didn't do her homework. I need to know what she didn't do because she's been on it this week. And
yeah, she has.
So I don't know what she didn't do, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so let's get started with booking at the party. Obviously, you have to get parties before you can book at parties. So you have to focus on last week more than this week. But when you do get the parties, it's the best place to book. It's the absolute best. You're going to get most of your parties at your parties. So even though when your calendar is not where you want it, it feels like you're kind of plowing to get it there. But once you get it there and your bookings are coming from parties, it's easier. It's so much easier. And there's so many things that you can do to make the whole your whole business easier, as far as taking your party packs or your hostess packs to the party. I even start my host coaching at the party. So when I come home from the show, I've already done so much work where if I had booked that party outside of it, I would have had all that to have done at home. So it truly is the smartest way to work your business. It it takes a little work to get yourself there. So like in the previous weeks, when you go to the training tab and click on the Director Bound program over on the right side of your screen, you can click down to call number 2, and it's going to give you some resources that are good. But I'm going to go off that just a little bit tonight because I went to home office back in the spring and was given some information that just shone a little light on some things that I had been doing at a party that I have changed up. And I'll just start with talking about, it was surveys that gave some of this information. You know, they've been doing a lot of surveys at the home office, surveying consultants, surveying our hostesses, whether you knew that or not, surveying our guests, getting feedback from them. So this is some information that came from the feedback from some of our hostesses and guests. And so a training that as leaders, Kim and I have done for years and years and years, we talk about our story, because telling about our story, telling about why we started Pampered Chef and what the Pampered Chef has done for us and why we stay in, what we have found out is some consultants take that a little too far and begin to ramble about themselves a lot, showing pictures of their kids and blah, 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 blah. So one of the things that the surveys came back is people really don't want to hear a whole lot about the consultant. Okay? So we just have to, and I know I feel that way when I go to another party and I know where they're going, and it just goes on, and people start, not making eye contact with her and trying to kind of avoid. It's better to just cut that very short. And what I try to do is not talk about just myself, but when I give a story, I say, I've been in this business for 20 years. When I started, it was so that I could be home with my kids. Now my kids are grown and I love the business. There are other people on my team who Pampered Chef is career for them. There are some people on my team who work a job that they love and Pampered Chef is their extra money. And there's some people on our team who just love the company so much they just want to be a part of it and consider themselves hobbyists and may only do a show or two a month. And I just kind of give them a spectrum of the different types of people there are in the Pampered Chef. And I'm frozen.
Tina.
I was froze. I just hope I had a really cute look on my face.
Yeah, sort of.
So I just try to tell about some different types of people. We've even had some elderly people on our team who needed some social interaction. And so then hopefully they'll just fit into some of those categories. But do you get the point there? Just don't focus on yourself too much.
That was, I thought I was on mute. That's what the audio was about not focusing on yourself, and really having the focus on the people who are there.
Right.
The people you're interacting with.
Right. And asking questions. Asking questions is going to get people's attention more than anything else, because all of a sudden they're not just listening to you, but they're talking about themselves. And that is going to get them focused on what you're talking about more than anything else. So telling your story, make it quick, make it simple, something that, Kim, you have anything to add about that?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about this yesterday at the team meeting, and we all came up with some good things on what to start off, how to have a good, strong opening in your party. And part of that is telling, quote, your story, but we all agreed, like, it's got to be quick. because they don't really want to hear about you too much.
They
And
really just don't.
it's just a little bit, a little bit to pique their interest and for them to kind of know your background, but not like everything, since you were born a poor Black child, that they don't want to know all about that. So like, forget about it.
I think part of the purpose of a story is because what we really want to do is we want to connect. And we want to, kind of the same concept of putting a picture on a business card. Then when they see your business card, they see your face and they kind of feel like they know you a little better and they trust you just a little bit more there. The same thing with your story. When you just, it's opening up just enough for them to feel like they're connecting with you a little bit.
Right.
Okay?
Totally agree with that.
I use the wine bag. It helps keep me like from rattling on. Like I pull out the thing, this is my wine. I pull out the next thing, this is my wine. Kind of just keeps me from being too chatty about myself.
Yeah.
How many things do you have in your Y bag?
I think I have 5 things.
Okay, I wouldn't go many more than that.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Picture, bra, recognition necklace, rubber band. Yeah, the bra always gets lots of laughs. And one of Liam's little cars for the taking a trip. I'm trying to earn a trip, so I put a little.
Love that.
I'm assuming the bra part is support.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Now, Johnny, if
Just like-
you had that in your wine bag, that would get a lot of laughs. I'm just saying.
Oh well,
You
you know.
have a jock strap.
Jockstrap.
Dude.
I could put that in my bag instead of the bra. That would really turn.
You could do that, and you'd get the
It
looks
go
that you
either
want me to
way.
get with a bra.
That's right.
It never fails that somebody who's a little too big for my particular bra that's in there always they're like, oh, I could never wear that. And I'm like, well, the reason it's in there is because I couldn't either because I was nursing when I made this bag. Sorry, Johnny, if that's too much information.
So again, you are connecting with.
Yeah. It usually gets some good laughs and, you can make them laugh.
Summer, I would just go through those fairly quick.
Mm-hmm.
I would go through them fairly quick. Okay, so the next thing in the opening, it is also very beneficial to set the expectation. Like, normally at least 2 people at my parties are going to want to host their own party, and I'm so excited to find out who that's going to be, or something along those lines. I know that once you all, and this is going into recruiting, but nevertheless, I know that once some of you have, fun with us tonight and realize that I'm making money while I'm doing this with you all, that you're going to have some questions about the business. So setting those expectations in your opening are going to make people think about that more throughout the party. So I always reference that before I ever get going. And then at least when I know that I'm showing something that might be out of someone's budget or their wish list gets pretty long, and say that. So tonight, if I'm showing something that's completely out of your budget, or as your wish list begins to grow and grow and grow, just know that you do have a way to get an amazing deal on a kitchen of Pampered Chef products. If you set that expectation, they're gonna think about it more. And then weaving your message, booking messages throughout the whole party. And this is more, we used to call this sprinkling. But as we're talking about certain products, we just let them know, you might choose this as your free product. And I have certain that I've always just kind of tagged so that I always remember to do it. And I used to do the food chopper, and now it's the manual food processor because I use it not at every single show, but almost every show I show the food processor. And I just say, this seems to be the most popular item that hostesses choose to get free. And maybe it's because I say it is, but it is. So I just try to kind of tag some of those things. I will caution you about something. A lot of times we tend to take some items like, let's say, the cookware or something that's a really higher price item, and we always say, well, you could get this for half price. And what we have to make sure that we do is we don't devalue that product by saying that you can get it for half price. Okay? So one thing that before I ever say that, I always start off with, let's say I'm talking about the double burner grill pan. I say all the features of this amazing grill pan, and after I've talked about it, I say it is an amazing value at full price with a lifetime warranty, because it is. But we are going to give our hostesses an opportunity to earn half price items of their choice, and this may be one of yours. So you're not just talking about the grill pan and saying, and you can get it for half price, and stopping there. So they're thinking, well, that's really what it's worth.
Expensive. Right.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so tagging certain items throughout your show, and that might be something to even give some thought. I say normally it's my manual food processor, but that might be something when you're putting your recipes together and knowing what tools you're going to use. I've even heard of people taking a little like sticker dot or a little something and just putting on the product as a memory jogger, just to make them remember to talk about that when they talk about that product. But it's important throughout to bring them back to, oh, I can get free products. I can get half price items. Okay? Any comments or questions about that? Would anybody like to tell me how they do that at their party? Y'all do it just like I said, right?
Funny, we did again yesterday. We did I had those that were there fill out what's called a cooking show success wheel, and I was really shocked to see that several people did not rate themselves really big on doing booking sprinkles through their show. So that's gonna be an upcoming training again, and so one of you on here is probably going to lead that, seeing as now you're getting some great ideas on what to do booking sprinkles through your show. So
I know who that's not going to be.
I may have all three of you up there.
Yeah, I bet you will. I do something similar, Tina, to what you do. When I grab a product that I know was like one of my first products, like my knife block set was my first product that I bought from the Pampered Chef.
Oh, wow.
As a host. So every time I use a knife, I remember to talk about the host benefit program with a knife, with our professional cutlery knives. Okay. That's what triggers me, because I remember that. So I'm going to do the same thing with the green or with the dot cutting. I want to do that, but I also want to do a different color that reminds me that, oh, this is in the kit. Let's talk about the recruiting seating separate, under a separate training, but that would be another memory jog for me.
But it's the same thing, and it doesn't have to be a long, it can be just, as a matter of fact, a sprinkle should be exactly what it sounds like, just a quick, and it could be something as simple as, oh, this came in my kit, or, oh, do you know this is in the least expensive kit, or, something like that. It should be very quick. It shouldn't be a whole commercial. Although, let's briefly talk about the commercials. Has everyone seen the commercials? Do you still do that like that, Kim, or no?
I have them there in case. I have them always packed in case.
Yeah, tell them about it, because it's going to be a different technique than what we're going to talk about the closing. But I've always liked that. And I've done it here and there. I don't even think it's in my bag right now, but I've always liked it.
It's just I have 2 index cards that has basically the benefits of our hosting program and the benefits of becoming a consultant on just literally a little, 3x5 or maybe it's a 4x6 index card. And I just hand them to two people, like, hey, you're going to do one of my commercials, and hey, you're going to do the other commercial. And I make them read it, but they have to read it in like a game show host voice. It's like, hey, you get, up to 5 half-off items, and you can get free, and, So anyway, it always makes it fun. So, yeah, maybe I'll bring that back out again.
Yeah. I like
I
it.
usually say something when I'm telling them about me. I say, I've been buying Pampered Chef products since I got married 17 years ago. So sometimes throughout the party, I'll say something like, I never paid full price for anything in my kitchen that's Pampered Chef because I always hosted parties. Something like that before I was a consultant.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Which is totally true, by the way.
And now you just earn it for free.
That's right. And I may or may not say that. Now just get it free.
So,
You should say that. Don't.
So asking who in the room has had a party before, and especially targeting the hostess from whom the party was booked from, if she's there or he's there, that's always a really great way too, because now you're hearing from personal experience, and it's not from you, it's from someone else in the room who's done it. So if you're not asking who's had a party, then you're really missing a big opportunity to showcase the host program.
Or I'll ask, like whatever I'm talking about, I'll say, does anybody have this, like the garlic press or whatever? And if they say it, then I'll say, well, did you buy it straight out, or did you host a party and get it for free or something like that?
Right.
That kind of opens it.
That's good. That's good.
Good.
Okay. So, Kim, anything else you want to add to during the party? I mean, I'm going to go to closing. Anything else before that? Sprinkling, talking throughout the party?
No, I don't think so. Anybody else have again, yesterday we did kind of our, not knowing again that any of this was, we were going to talk specifically about sprinkles, but yeah, so we talked about our show flow yesterday, and I think some of the sprinkles are easier done in a demo style. You're going to have to really think about where you would put them in if you're still doing a station style party.
Well, funny that you said that, because in the director bound information that I told you is going to, show up there on the right side of the screen, they talk about station style and selling within that group and that station. And I would completely agree that one advantage to a demo style party is that you do those sprinkles and you have the ability to speak to everyone at the same time, and hopefully get more results from some of those, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Are y'all, who's doing demo style now versus?
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah. I'm definitely kind of merging the two. I'm kind of going back to demo style, but then I'm doing two things to make it work. Number one, I'm doing way more work before the party, just trying to get some stuff done. That's going to take up time, but not really show the product off anymore. For an example, if I'm grilling chicken, I have that chicken like 90% done. I'm just going to turn it back on and heat it up good, just making sure that I don't overcook it there, and that kind of thing. And then once I do my demo and my talk, then any more work that has to be done, I still have my station cards. For an example, that second batch of salsa, I have a station style card there, so anybody who wants to run over and do that, I don't have to be right there with them.
Tina, we're down to 10 minutes.
I'm showing 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's jump off and jump back on, and we'll go into the closing. Okay?
Okay.